Okay. So, hey guys, this is Simon with TRADEnPERFORM Coaching. I am interviewing / letting Joyce mostly do the speaking about her experience that she's had in the room, and the format will be kind of. I'll give a little bit of when I met Joyce, and then I'm going to let her take the reins. And then if y'all will pop the questions, if you have any questions,
are they all? They can all talk whenever they want.
Yeah, no, Joyce, let's not do that because it'll open it for free for all. It won't work. I've tried that before.
All right, whatever you say.
So the better way to do it is if y'all will put the questions that y'all have as we're going along in the general conversation of the Slack. I'll read them as they're going along, and we'll go from there. So it is 5. Cool. Okay, so Ed, can you hear me? Okay, cool. It's on Ed's side now. Let's see if there's Nate. You all. Hey, there's Bill.
Bill.
There you go.
Bill.
And Ed's just joined here. So hey, let's roll. If anyone else joins, I'll pop them in. So obviously, Joyce has been coaching with me for about 4 years. So let me tell you when I met Joyce. Joyce knew nothing about the market in terms of the futures market. She didn't know what the bid and the ask was. So we had a lot of work to do. And this has been my experience with Joyce. A very smart woman, very interesting woman. And she came in with some of the same challenges that we all came in. First of all, she had a bullish bias in gold to begin with, which is fine. She comes from a business background. She makes good business decisions in general and has been very successful in her various careers that she's had. So she came to me and she wanted to learn how to trade futures and make some money, right? And she had seen some of my, let me get Nate in here. Hold on a sec.
That's not true, Simon.
Oh, that's not true.
No, that isn't. I didn't know you from Adam.
Didn't you know me from YouTube?
No. What happened was I wanted to learn to trade, and I had this woman taught me. She said, "Oh, all you have to do is go on Thinkorswim, put on the relative volatility index, and when it gets to 70 or 30, I forget which one, then you want to buy in, and when it gets real high, you want to sell." I proceeded to lose a lot of money. And every morning she'd say to me before 8:30, because she'd be on the phone with me, she'd say, I gotta press continue. She'd say, I gotta go do my charts. And every day she lost me money. And then one day I said, well, maybe you can make the money back for me and I don't have to trade it, because she lost me so much money. And then she proceeded to lose more. And I said, you know what? This is like in my business. We had pawn shops, and I didn't know electronics, and everybody that worked for me had it over me because they knew how to do everything and I didn't. I decided to learn myself how I wanted to do charts. I went on the internet and I started looking around for someone that was doing charts so I could learn at least how to do charting and where to look. And somehow I found Simon, and I called him and he interviewed me, and I knew nothing. I'm talking about, you people are all coming in. Maybe you had a good experience, maybe you had a bad experience, but you had experience. I had nada. Okay, nada. And then we started coaching, and that was March 23rd, 2019.
2019. And as we progressed through, so obviously well, maybe I need to post them more. So thank you guys. So when I was speaking with Joyce, there was a lot for her to learn, right? So as anyone who comes into the futures market knows, it's way different than stocks and options, or if you're just a general investor. Like, this is just a whole totally different animal and totally different world, right? And so Joyce had two things that were very, very good about her. First of all, she took extremely detailed notes when I would coach her. She could write a book for me at this point, or just feed it into Chat GPT and it would write the book. But
Do they want to see my book?
I don't know if I can't see your video right now, but I think they can. Can y'all see Joyce's video, guys? Let's find out. Anyone have video?
Okay, let me show you my book.
Yeah, okay. Show the book. Go for it.
Well, I'm not pulling out the whole thing, but let's see. I'm going to show you guys. So
Oh, there you go. Now I see it. Great, Joyce. Okay, I got it. I had it on the wrong view.
So every time I took a lesson, I marked down, this is just part of them, but I would mark down what the lesson was about. See? Intro. And then we went to projection tool trading, scalping, energy bars, screencast-o-matic he got me into, psychology. I wrote down everything. And each page had a note, had notes of what he taught me in that lesson. So without going to videos, I would see the notes. Sometimes I had one page, here's price, POCs, and stops. These are my notes for every class that I took.
Okay, so as we were going through the classes, right, Joyce had this interesting thing that a lot of people experience, right? And that is, what is the gap? What is the gap between how do I put this? What is the gap between what I've told you, what you want to do? Hey, Randy, if you put your question in the Slack, I'll read it, and it'll be easier than permitting and not
my video? Oh, wait a second. It's over here. Okay.
Oh, there's your video. Got it. Okay. So Joyce would have this two things, and maybe you can speak about this a lot. So Joyce would come in and she'd come to me, and Joyce, you can correct me, and I hope I got it right. But where the real turn came is she would make money. It'd be a long time to get her to do this. She'd come in and I go, how much you got, Joyce? And she'd trade small to make sure she was learning. She's like, oh, I'm only up $200 or $300. This kind of thing, right? But she was doing it every day. But then we get to coaching at the end of the week, and she go, Simon, I don't know if I can continue this. I keep losing money every week. Joyce, what's going on? I go, in the morning, you text me, hey, I'm doing great. We get to the end of the week, and you're like, I've lost money. Joyce, why don't you talk a little bit about that and the process of how you figured out not to
my husband indulges me, and since we sold our pawn shop businesses, he gave me a lot of money, which I proceeded to lose. And then I was doing coaching, and I was spending a lot of money, and I wasn't making my money back, but I was learning, and I persisted, and Bruce kept giving me money, and I kept doing it. But I was fighting Simon with what he was teaching me. He was teaching me how to make, I have to show you people. He was teaching me how to journal. He said, you have to journal. I said, I don't want to journal. He said, you have to journal. So I made a journal. This is my journal. And so I have a journal on, what's this? I would have a journal. This is components of a trade. And this is, how I took the trades every day and how much I made or how much I lost. Okay. You see that, everyone? I don't know if you see it.
No, I can see it clearly, Joyce.
Date, time, trade. And then I have another section. And this section was, what was this section? I don't know. I would write down all the trades, the best trading days and the worst trading days, and what happened, what happened to me on my best days and what happened to me on my worst days. And then we went on to, how I was feeling and thinking every day. And I didn't want to do this, but guess what, people? If you fight him like I did, you're losing months and you're losing money. Then we did mind over markets, and I had to write down can you see it? The situation.
I can see it, Joyce. It's a lot of noise.
Talk, my consequences, and my coaching talk. And every day I would write down, I stopped doing it because it was too much to write down, But I started doing it, and it helped me to get my mind. And and Simon would say, you have to meditate. And I said, I don't meditate. But guess what? You do have to meditate, or just have a clean mind when you come in. And then he had this thing about the Army has adopted how they identify your problems and your needs for improvement, proposing measures to counteract your problems and review your lessons and for your goals and analysis. So I have my sheets: problem, solution, and my structure to solve my problem. This is all Simon, okay? Then you know how every day Simon says rules? Let me tell you, people, I've got rules. All these days are rules. When he said, usually when the market does this is going to happen. I'll give you an example. He would say a big short is usually followed by another short. All these rules that didn't make sense to me, but I wrote them all down, and every day I would read my rules. Use backside tests. Hunt larger bar for stop out. All rules. Simon's rules. See that, Simon?
That's a lot of rules. We've adapted them over time, but yes.
But the higher the time frame, the higher the time frame, the more stops, the better the stops you take out, the better. Just rules that he tells you every day when he gives you your morning review. And then we started with algos, okay? And so these are the algos I started with, and then he would tell me the golden trades, and he would talk the backside tests, and then we went over head and shoulders, and then I write everything down, and I would keep with the rules. And anyway, I could go into this.
So Joyce, I've got a question.
Yeah, but I'm not. But here's the important part. And then I have the news section. Here's the important part that I want to tell all you people. I fought Simon for a lot of times on the meditating, and you do have to study. And here's the clue. When I started doing good, you know why I did good? It relates to my pawn shop, as I told you. When I took over, okay, I still had Simon, but I took over my brain. And I said, you know what? This is what I want after studying. This is what works for me. And this is what I'm going to do. And guess what? That's why I can tell you that when Simon tells you every morning this is going to be a difficult market, and maybe it is, between his process and once you have your head together, I make money every day. I can qualify accounts in no time. My problem is I'm scared of minis, but I'm getting into it because I'm doing so okay on the micros that I'm getting into the minis.
So Joyce, let me ask you a question. When I was watching you,
the last 3-4 months, I've been profitable every day.
Two things happened that I noticed when you stopped losing money, in particular, you started making money. So the first one was, I got you to walk away at 11 o'clock. I think if you did anything that was super important, it was that you accepted that you just had to be doing something else in the afternoon. Because not that the setups didn't work in the afternoon, but you were getting tired in the afternoon. And I don't even think that it wasn't that you weren't taking the setups correctly, but I think what would happen is if you lost the money that you made in the morning, you would feel this sense of, I'm going to run out of time to make it back. And then those bad decisions would start to stack on top of themselves. Would you agree with that?
I'll tell you this, Simon. When I started, all the things that changed when I started making money, things that change is, the first thing is, you have to realize when you're tired and walk away, okay? When you're tired and when you are down and you say, oh, and the days that I will have to make up money, it's the days that I have a losing trade and I want to make up that money and I'm taking anything, even off process, to make that money. The trick is I process, no matter what you do, and don't be tired. And have your mind clean and have a life besides this. Because then when you come to this, you're good at it.
The other thing Joyce has done very, very well. So unfortunately, her husband has some health challenges. And on days when they had to go to the hospital or see the doctor, so it didn't work a few times, right? So the first few times, she called me, oh, I lost money today. I go, what's going on? Well, we have to go and do, x-rays or this, that, and the other for my husband. And it was very upsetting. right? And I said, Joyce, here's the deal. If you have a doctor appointment on that day, you just don't trade that day. Now, it took her a while to look at the Joyce, when you stopped trading, when you had doctor's appointments, so much of our bad trading is connected to emotional events, right? And then tell me, um, outside of the last 4 months, right? Once you started going from, once you cut out the afternoons, my perception was at first you started having more up weeks than down weeks. But the most important thing was, how did it feel?
I find that when you're always talking about the market and Bill, my buddy Bill, who I don't even know him, but I have to thank him. Can you see my charts? Bill sent me this chart. You see it, everybody? Do you see it?
Which chart? Yeah, we see your charts.
Okay. Bill sent me this chart, and he said, if you need so many, you need to have at least 10. Like here's 54 divided by 12. That means you got about 4. I don't understand it exactly, but it's not a fast enough market to trade. If you don't have speed and momentum, you're going to sit there like a turtle and you're going to be nervous. I have for when I feel like a turtle, my Sudoku puzzle. They're right here. Okay. And it also gets my mind away from the screen for a few minutes. And Bill gave me these charts, and that helps. Back to my regular chart. But you have to just have your mind. I can't tell you, you have to have your mind clean. And another thing, and I was doing so well. I like when the market goes long. So I switched to all longs. Remember that, Simon?
Yep.
It took you a while. And then you said, you know what? And every time I was comparing your trades to, you were in shorts. I was in longs. I was fighting your shorts, and I was doing it.
And you were beating me.
I was beating you. I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
No, of course not. I'm happy you're making money. That's the whole objective.
But I'm not making your kind of money. I'm making my kind of money. When I went into my life and what makes me happy and how much money, and for me to see any money makes me really happy. Like it makes me feel like this wasn't a waste. You know, it's like I'm Jewish, and about 7 years ago, I had a bat mitzvah because I didn't have it when I was a little girl, and I committed myself to it. It's a feeling of accomplishment. Okay.
Boy, step us through your favorite trade and kind of take us through how you them.
And then I use the 15 tick. Otherwise, you sit here all day.
Okay, so do it. Show us what you got, and show us what the thinking is going into the trade, and then what the execution steps.
Oh! Let me tell you, everybody. I spend a good half hour, 45 minutes every morning getting ready. Okay. That's more important than the trade. First, I go to the POC chart. Okay. I put, what do you call it? The profile chart. I call it POC chart.
Right.
And I put all my everything in. Okay. That I need. And I have that up on my screen. And then I go to this is my unfair pricing chart, which is 24. I call that my, hold on. I got to move this over. This is my NQ profile 24. And the difference is when you go into chart settings, I'm including the evening session. Does everybody see that? I'm sure you all know that, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then I draw because for a while, Simon was really into, he always changes with the character of the market. And for a while, we were using unfair pricing. If we were, he'll always tell you, like here, if you look here, this is all pretty much traded through. So it's not going to make you a rich trade. But if you're down here, how do you do? You're going to go up.
And taking out the stops.
Down here, you're going to go
prior days highs and prior days lows. Yep, I agree. And then you can trade all the way through the fair pricing.
We're just talking about unfair pricing areas that have not been, that are untested. Okay. Untested is the word, right? Once it's tested, it doesn't count anymore. Okay. Like right now, this has been tested. Okay, so it's no good anymore. I'm going to take it off tomorrow morning. Okay, but I do that so that I kind of know that at 13,076, I'm going to be looking for a long. Okay, if I get above here, I'm going to be doing, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm going to be doing this. It's going to get above, it's going to get below, and then when it hits here again, the backside test, I'm going to the moon. Okay.
Hypothetically correct.
Well, I'm just going faster, just to show you.
No. I wish it worked quite that easy, but yeah, you're correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Should I do it again? You want to see it again?
Sure.
I'm backside testing. I'm going. This is all the green is. This is like when Simon does his gallon of milk thing. This is where people don't agree on the price of the milk. Okay. This is where they don't agree on the price. This is where they agree. So as long as they agree, we don't want to really trade in there. Sometimes you can't spend a whole day not doing that, but that's what you have to do. You know, just a clue, just another clue. Okay. And you're doing your backside test thing, which is this. Okay. Simon, I'm sure, has taught this to everybody, right?
Most everybody.
It's a frog. You have to go to lily pads. This is a frog. Okay, so what that means is I'm going to change the color of this thing so I could show you. Or any color. Okay. So what that means is I'm going up. Here's your unfair pricing, which is these lines just above the green lines anywhere. Okay. Not in fair pricing, in unfair pricing. And then I'm going to go up. I'm going to get over it. And guess what? Being Jewish, I like the word orthodox. So let's do it. Orthodox means a bar completely over it, not touching, and a nice bar. Okay. You want a full up bar. And then it comes down. Am I right, Simon?
Correct.
And then you want to come back and touch it. And I'm hoping for an apex trap over here. And then I'm hoping to shoot to the moon. Okay.
Okay.
And this is for the short, where we would be like down here, right? The bottom of this, and we're going to go down, and then we're going to come back into it, right? And then we're going to shoot to the moon down. We're going to fall. London Bridge is falling down, right?
I agree.
You got all that?
All
All
right. Now show us once we're in there. What are you looking for?
Okay. Well, just a minute. So
Okay.
this is
Joyce is in control here. Joyce can run the room now, actually, guys.
Listen to this. This is when you look here. This is my 24-hour chart. So I take my box and I draw green lines all over the box, the boxes that I'm looking. And Simon, I believe he told me you use overnight until 10:30, and then you switch to wherever it happens since 8:30.
Yeah, you're doing really good, Joyce. Yeah,
Huh?
keep going. I'm excited. I'm actually
All right, so guess what? So for me, people, I take this box and I make this red. You know why? Because I feel like this is where you're going to be looking for a short. And even though I like longs, I'm watching when it hits here. Get out of my fucking long trade, right?
Oh, Joyce.
I've learned dirty mouths. Okay. That, I'll make this chart bigger. Okay. Do you see that? So I'm looking all the time. See, now here's another box. Okay. When I'm getting here, I'm looking for my backside test again. And when I'm looking here, I'm looking for my backside test, because I want to go long, right? Because, and if you look at this chart, even in a hypothetical way, here we go. This came down. It came back into it. It came down. See that? It came back into it. And then it went down, right? So
Yeah.
we got our down move. Okay, but I don't like down moves. So let's erase those because they're not my moves. I want a long. But for me, I use it for a long. Once I'm here, hold on. Once I'm here, I'm looking to get above. I'm looking to get above it. Backside test it, and then I'm going to the moon. Right?
I agree with that, Pro.
because let me tell you something. I don't know where my sheets are, but my cheat notes, which I have over here, I'll show you that in a minute. But that's how I use that chart. And I set that up every morning, okay? Don't forgive your time. You don't set up these charts. The most important thing that you have when you trade is your time, your location, your time, your speed, and the waves. Write those 4 things down, right, Simon?
I agree.
And first thing we're looking
And
at.
now we're adding the 33 and the 67.
Am I talking too much, or you want me to keep going?
No, keep going. It's fine.
The first thing is time. Simon doesn't like the last 10 minutes of every hour. We don't trade. I trade when the market opens at 8:30. We used to wait till 9 o'clock, but guess what? If you wait till 9 o'clock, most mornings you're missing a huge move. So then we went to 8:45. Okay. 8:45. I would say 8:40 to 8:45. Let the market settle in the first few minutes, and then you could take your trade. But here we go. So that's your time. Okay. And time is, for me, is not the afternoon, because I'm tired and the market doesn't move as fast. And I want to have a life besides this. Okay. But it took me a long time to get to that point. And then you want the speed of the market, which this is Bill's chart. Is it moving? Because guess what? If Randy said, oh, he took a bunch of stops trying my micros. If you take your stops and you don't have any speed in the market, you're never going to recover. Because I take my stops, but you're never going to recover. Correct, Simon?
Yeah, you got to have the speed or it gets really hard.
And guess what? And the best thing that I ever learned, and I have to always praise Bill. Bill and Simon would always talk together. And he taught me, because we're talking location now. But let me okay. We're talking, always remember, we didn't have Ziggies then, okay? We didn't have Ziggies then. Wait a minute. We want the last wave down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we want to get over that wave orthodox, and we have it. And then we came back down, and look at that beautiful algo over here. Okay? And I'll tell you what algo.
So what are you long specifically? The star up there?
There's a star up and the purple bar. If I don't
so
have
are you
that
long on the star?
Bar, everybody, just a side note, if I don't have that purple bar, or even if it's on the bar before, I like a good 3-bar algo. I don't want a 4-bar algo. I want a 3-bar algo, and I want this purple. And if this was pink, I'm a happy girl, because girls like pink. Okay.
So wait. So I have a question there. Give me a couple hypotheticals. If you take that bar, it's in the top of the channel, right? So that one worked out beautifully because it just turned and burned, right?
Let me just finish my chart setting up, and then I'll tell you.
I got it. This is your show. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm writing
I'll
with you.
just tell you real quickly, so in case I don't get back to it, you'll see what I do in a minute. Okay. Let me get this down.
We're watching.
You'll see it. Okay. I've come up with my own system here. Okay. Now I do my POC chart, which is over here, right? Hold on. Okay. I do my POC chart, which is over here. Let me erase. Uh-oh. Okay, whatever. I have my POC chart here, right? And it's not real big because I don't have a lot of real estate like some of you people do. I only have these 2 computers. I make it big in the morning and I kind of look at it. But for me, I make my orange lines where there are where it's a high of it. I kept my green days, Simon keeps them straight, like what do you call it?
Solid.
A solid line. I make it a dot because that shows me that's my, I don't know how this chart got wrong, but that's my day. Okay. And then I use these orange colors for previous days. Now you see here, I wouldn't, oh, hold on. I wouldn't see this. here, I wouldn't put this here anymore because we've already taken it out over here. So it wouldn't be in my charts anymore. Anything that's untested is in there. And I keep my anomalies. I do my anomalies different than Simon. If it's the day before anomaly, okay, but it's an anomaly now, I take my blue lines. We use blue for, right, Simon? You use blue for your POC?
Correct.
The line I erased, so put it here. So, okay, so this is today's. This was yesterday's. I just make it, I keep it blue because then it differentiates to me that it's not a regular anomaly, it's a POC anomaly, and it could be more important. Okay, that's just my idea. Okay, so then I have those two charts, right? Then I use my NQ daily chart, and I have a piece of paper in front of me every day that tells me which, you know, I write down where I'm looking for my days. Okay, these are all the days of highs. And then over here, that's the last high. And then this is where longs would come in. Because I'm interested in these bottom, the green numbers. I'll show that to you. Hold on. But I have it on my notes every morning. Hold on. I'm not so electronic like everybody. So this is my chart, right? So guess what? I know that when we're back to here, when I'm around here, I'm looking for a short, or if I'm long, watch out there. Okay, that's my area because I don't do shorts. I know that, hey, that's where I have to look. You know, I might get stopped around here. So if I'm doing real good, I might just get out and say, take the money I got. But all of these down here that are not tested, these are my gold. Right, Simon?
Yep, I agree 100% with everything you're saying.
Okay, so
I'm
that's all
impressed.
my
You can
gold.
actually teach this, Joyce.
Huh?
You can teach this. You've got it down.
Right. So see all these here? This is where I'm looking. All these inside of here, I don't care about them. I only care about what's not tested. Okay. Does everybody understand that?
Yeah, I think everyone's got that part.
Okay. I'm going to move on. Okay.
Move on. Teach.
Okay. So, but I don't have a lot of real estate. So I put them on my notes in front of me. Okay. I keep a paper for every day that I trade, what I have my trades on. And then I know where I'm looking for my longs. Now, let me just say, sometimes this should match your POC charts, but oftentimes it doesn't. Okay. Because look, this was wrong. Hold on. Yesterday's. Okay. That was yesterday's high. Yesterday's low. This should be orange. I'm going to erase that. Okay. So do these numbers match here? Let's see, I have 13, 132, and you don't see it in here. So sometimes because they've already been worked through, those numbers have really been worked through. So if you use this chart here, this NQ, what do I call it? NQ 24, NQ daily, it'll give you your really good edges. Let me tell you people about edges. When Etta came into the room, and I don't know who she was, but she was another girl in the room. And she every day she'd put in the room how she's doing so wonderful. And I said to myself, how the hell is she doing so wonderful? You know how she's catching, you know what she's doing? She's catching the edges. Location, edges. And when you get to an edge, be aggressive.
Joyce, can you define edge besides the prior day's high and low? Can you define edge a little bit better?
No, I'll get into it when I show you exactly how I trade.
Okay.
And for right now, suffice it to say, that chart is my gold. And remember, Simon said, Joyce, how did you get that chart? I save everything. I am what you call a hoarder. And I save all the charts. So I've been using it. And then Simon says, wow, that gives you a location. Let me just say, and don't get depressed, you're not going to get these locations every day. You aren't. And I'll show you how I trade every day in a few minutes, but it gives you a parameter where to look. Okay. So what I tell you, I told you location, time, and speed. Okay. Bill is responsible for that chart with the speed. And he's also responsible for the waves. Okay. Then we started using Ziggy waves. And my goodness, they worked. When Simon would explain the other waves, I really didn't get it, you know. But anyway, but I can see when the waves are going up and the waves are going down. But if you start out with this this NQ chart, you've got a home run. And when you look at the chart that tells you the 24 hours with the POC, you kind of know if you're in unfair pricing, it's just an extra. Simon's favorite guy is Paul Tudor Jones. Watch this, people. He told me, I want all the odds in favor when I trade. Think about how you want to see, how you want to lose money. Okay. So every time you see a trade and you're not sure, think about, am I ready to lose money there? Right, Simon?
I agree.
It says, take your best shots. And this is in my desk. So every morning I read this. Okay. And remember, your mind is a perpetual river of valuable information. So you are your best advocate, not Simon, not me, you. But I'm giving you the four things, okay, that make a home run. Then I go into, now I'm using my 15-minute chart, okay? So here's my 15-minute chart with algos on it. And Simon, what is the fractal? Why do some of the lines have fractals and some don't? I don't know.
Is it the way the algo is programmed on that?
But anyway, when you use this chart as opposed to this chart, okay, I don't use this chart. I use this chart because I know that when I get a trap somehow using this chart. Look here, see here, I trapped this, okay? Here, I got, and this is, okay, here's my low. Look at this, I trapped it. And did I go up? Yeah. I'm just using the 15-minute bars with the algos. Simon, what do you think of that?
Joyce, I think you've done a phenomenal job all the way through, and you stuck with it to get to the profitability. That's what I think.
Well, I'll be there in 1 minute, and you guys will have no excuse when I'm done.
I'm not rushing you. I think this is.
You guys got to make money. That's why I'm doing this for everybody, because I struggled so long and I lost a lot of money. And guess what? I don't want any of you people to lose a penny. Okay? So now, okay. So I always had notes with like the major things. Then Simon introduced, we'll start with number one. He introduced supernova. See my charts here? We'll start with this chart because this gives everybody, if you want these sheets, I will copy them and post them to the room. Okay? Here's location. Can you see it?
I can see it pretty good. Once you post them, we'll be able to see it clearer, but yes.
Okay. Trapped sellers. We're using Wyckoff. Trapped sellers or a stop buyer with the waves. Okay. We're using trapped buyers or stop sellers for a short. Okay. And then, all right, so first thing is supernova, right? So I go to my 15-minute tick. I always use my 15-minute tick. Let me just tell you, I have a 15-minute tick, a 24 tick, and a 40 tick. When you get something at the edge on a 40 tick, and that's really low, you know you're going to the moon. Any trap on a 40, you're not going to trade the 40 tick, but just for information. Am I right, Simon?
Yeah, it's giving you background knowledge to push the smaller setup.
One time, Simon took a trade, I think it was last summer. And when you people hate Simon because he makes money, well, let me tell you, I hated him. And when he was done, he was so giddy. I said, that son of a bitch. I said, and you know what he did? Do you know what he did, everybody? He took the 40 tick, and he took the 24 tick, and the 15 tick, and they all lined up to take that trade. And he went, see this thing here? It may not be that day, but he would have gotten in over here, and he would have gone all the way up here. And let me just tell you. And if he held on to that trade, he went all the way up here. How many points is that? He's a motherfucker. from 030 26. 026. He went up 250 fucking points.
Yeah, but that was overnight. That wasn't the day I do it, but I would.
But I'm just saying, if you get that during the day, you got a home run. That, Randy, is when you do minis. That's okay.
Right. And so, and let me interject for just a second. She's completely right. That's the whole point behind the 66 and the 33 and the 24 and the triangle. Is you want everything to line up. You want everything to line up at the same time. Well, one of the things
Brian, I have worked in a pawn shop. I have seen everything. I have done everything. And my husband is a big swearer, and I picked up a bad habit. And I'm in a room with all men. So what the hell you want me to be? I'm not a trucker. I do not like to drive a big truck. I like to drive a Jeep.
I think it's great. I've got no problem with it. You're doing wonderful.
But you wanted to know what I do. I'm getting to the best part.
Wait. Before you get to the best part, Joyce is correct. When you get all those time frames to line up, yeah, it can be really, really. It's not just can be. It's really, really huge. So I'm
just telling you how I set up in the morning, and because when you're looking at and let me just tell you, I have been trading off the 15 tick. I know Simon trades only off the 24, but I have them both up on my screens and I can see. And I have my screen set up that I can see if I want, I have them set up like all the screens will show up over here on my left when I need them. Otherwise, I try, my profile does, for some reason, the profile chart, I want it imposed on my 15-minute tick, but it doesn't pick up everything. So it doesn't pick up. So I just have to keep that chart is always open for me, people. I always use that. Okay. That's always open for me. Okay. And this chart isn't so important, but we're back to location, time, speed, and waves. Okay. Now, if you want to sit here all day, you're going to wait for a 24 tick, 40, and your stops are too big. I don't take big stops because I'll show you why. Are you ready? Did I miss anything, Simon?
No, you're good. I'm 100% with you. I'm enjoying this so much. Go.
Okay. So here we go. All right. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to erase all my lines. Okay. Oh, the other thing, Bill used to always say, oh, it's IB high, IB low. And I go, what the hell? What do I care if the trading stops at 9:30 my time? I don't care. But guess what, people? You can trade off that IB low. I'm looking at the low for the longs. Oh my God, a backside test of IB low, you got a home run. That's a good location. Am I right, Bill? Is Bill here?
Bill's there.
Am I right, Bill?
Bill, just type it in the general chat.
Okay, all right. Okay. He's right. I'm right. Look here, people. Look here. Okay? Look here. We're hitting IB low and we have an apex trap. My heaven. Okay? Because, I'm going back to me. That's my heaven. Well, I know that when I get off the IB, oh boy, I got that. And Simon only uses like 2 bars for this counter channel. I use 4 because this way it gives me a little more leeway if I want it. Okay. I'm giving you all my gold, people, literally, because that's all we deal in is gold. And I got gold. Okay. Anybody wants to buy coins? I'm plugging. Come to me. Okay. Now watch this. Do you see this, everybody? Everybody? Look at this. We don't have supernova. We do slightly right here, right? From here to here.
Barely, yes.
We have a supernova over here. I love a supernova. It's like eating Nova Lux. Okay. See, trading is about, look at this. I would take this. I would get this much, right? Whatever I would get in here. Let's see if I got, let's see. I would get in over here. And let's say I got out over here. Okay. So that would be 19 to 28. Okay. I made 9, 10 points. Okay. But I didn't lose anything Okay. And then I move my stop to break even because I don't want to lose anything. I'm not giving, the market's not my friend. I want to take from him. It's like Robin Hood. I want to take from the rich. Right, Simon?
Correct.
I want to take from the rich. So here, okay, so here we go. This is a possibility. And I got this. Okay. And then when I make 10, 15 points, I'm pretty happy. Okay. I'm not a greedy person. Just take what God gives you. Then we come down here and oh my goodness, I got another trap. And we're at a good location, presumably. Okay, because I don't know what my POC locations are in this thing, right? But we're in a good location. Have we broke our supernova? No, because we don't have right here. We broke our supernova, if I'm correct, because that's the POC is under this thing. Is that correct, Simon?
Correct.
So we didn't break our supernova. So
you can
would I take this? Yes. And guess what? It's not the best trade for me, even though it has divergence and a star and it's got this. I really like to have this bar with the red here, and I like this bar to be purple. I would like that trade to look like this over here. Hold on. I would like my algos to look like this. I just want a box. Hold on. Oh, that's not even the one I want. Okay, here we go. I like this. Okay. This doesn't have a star. I'd like the star, but I want a purple and I would like this to be pink. Okay. Here we go. This is good. This is one of my favorite algos. Or this could have a star. Does everybody see that?
I do.
Okay. So I want everybody, if I'm going too fast, because I talk too fast. Okay. So, but I like a red with a purple. Let me see if I can find the real one so I could really show you what my favorite algo is. Okay. Oh, here we go. This is my real favorite algo. Right here. See this, people? This is the best algo in my lifetime. Right here. Oh,
go through it step by step, make it wider and take it step by step.
It's not my best algo because if it had a red triangle over here, that's my good algo. That's just the trap I'm looking for. I didn't tell you I'm doing anything. I'm just saying that's my algo. I like a purple bar. If you go over when he introduced all the algos, he would tell you this is an A trade, this is a B trade. For me, here is good. Only I want to find my perfect algo. Hold on. My favorite. Oh. Okay. I'm not going to give it a lot of time. Just imagine what I'm telling you. You want this. Well, this is divergence. You want a purple bar with a triangle, means a heavy push down, correct, Simon?
Correct.
And then I want the pink. Those pink triangles up are my gold. Even when I'm mad at the market, I take those because I like. But see this little circle? I don't know what the hell, because Simon doesn't want me to cheat anybody and he doesn't tell you what the algos mean. Trust me, you don't have to know. Just take that. And when that algo is trapped, like over here, now I'll go back into this. But see how it's trapped from here? We're not looking supernova. We're not looking anything. When you trap one of those divergent bars with another divergent bar like this, am I wrong? Did you not go to the moon?
No, you're good there. You're going to get paid.
But I'm just saying, I'm going to get to that. First, I told you location, right?
Right.
Then go into, and I told you times. He doesn't trade at certain times. Simon doesn't trade New York lunch. Well, if you're sitting there and you want to, it's not the best time, but you can do it. But go have your lunch. When the New Yorkers are eating, you eat. Okay? And now, I don't know where we are. But let's go back. Now we're going to go over. We're going to go over the trade. Does everybody understands what I got so far? I got I've worked real hard to know where my good locations are, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now I'm looking for my favorite trade his number one trade is a supernova. Okay. So I start out like this. I got my supernova, right? So now I'm looking to trap this. My first stop would be to, can I trap? Let me draw a line. Can I trap this? Okay. Didn't happen. I didn't get algos, right? Then
Correct.
over here. Did I trap this? Nope. I did not. Right? Then I look over here. Did I trap this? No, I did not. Okay. So there's nothing for me to do. Okay. Because you see here, it didn't trap nothing but how do you do? I finally trapped this, and I think, and we're still in supernova. Is that right, Simon? Because we didn't go below this bar.
We didn't go below that bar. We're still in supernova.
We're still in supernova. So I would take, this would be my trade. I could just see it offhand. Anybody have a question?
Guys, anyone have any questions at this point? Put them in the general chat so we can see them in Slack.
Now remember, I gave you locations. I'm just trading off the chart and telling you how I would do it during the day. But if any of these numbers down here came at my locations, oh my God, I'm in mini territory. Okay? That's okay. Now I'm going to erase all lines. We could do this all day, people, and it works every stupid time. Okay? Let's just go. If I went and I did locations, if we do today's, I can do, I'm going to just show you in general the trades. Okay? So the first trade is the supernova. Okay? Everybody knows what a supernova is, right, Simon?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So we have our supernova. And then I'm repeating myself. I would look here, nothing, right? I would look, trap that. I'm only doing fractals. Sometimes Simon would do in the middle of a room when it has like something like this. No, I only do fractals. I don't know what a fractal means exactly. But for me, it means it's the completion of a thought of a group of people trading. Am I right, Simon?
That's a good definition. Yeah, I like that.
Okay. So that's how I would trade that. Okay. All right. So just in general, this is just in general. But if I get real specific, all right. So I'm telling you, I have my supernova started here. You see it? Then I look here. Then I would look here. Okay. Can you take head and shoulders? Yes, you can. But guess what? I stopped with the head and shoulder, not the head and shoulders. What do you call that? When it when it's like traps here to here. It's not head and shoulders, it's head and shoulders. No, head and shoulders. Is that a head and shoulders? What is it called, Simon, when you stop?
Draw a picture of it using the triangles.
No. When you have a trade like this, and you have algos here, and you have algos here, and you have algos here. What is that?
That's head and shoulders.
Head and shoulders. So everybody, when this would be a head and shoulders trap for me. If I'm really desperate, or if I didn't get it at the bottom, then I go to a head and shoulders. But otherwise, I go for the gold. I like my bottom fractal trapped. Okay? But guess what? In this case, let's erase all the lines because I don't like confusion. In this case, I did trap this, right? And I did get, I'm not even looking at locations. I'm not looking at waves. I'm looking at algos. Right, Simon?
Correct.
But I'll do today's where I have it all set up, and then you'll see how you can make money. Okay. But see this algo here? If this round divergent bar, whatever it means, because Simon doesn't tell me because he's a sneaky guy. When I get this and it's part of a trap, use your minis and load up. That's all I could tell you. And look here. See here? I would take this because it's a head and shoulders trap. And I got my beautiful, I don't know what the pink bar means here, but and if I had a purple bar before it, I'm to the moon here. Okay? Simon, am I right?
Yeah, I'm just, you can run the room, Joyce. You're good.
Huh? I
You can-
learned from Simon, but I put it all together for myself. Okay, watch this. But I don't know what this bar means. And if Simon would tell me one day, you know, a little bit more than I just like that circle, I love it. I don't know what anything means. I just know what works. Okay, because Simon's entitled to his algos. Okay. So in this case, I would do a head and shoulders, but it doesn't even have to be a head and shoulders. If I'm here and I'm trapping a star, and this isn't the best, right here, can everybody see? I like my triangle down, and it's a 4-bar apex, you know, algo, but as long as I got this round circle and I got a star here, I'm in. Okay, is that today?
I think that's great.
Is that correct? Okay.
Yeah.
So
100%.
let's erase. And that's not even looking at my location. If I get to a good location that I know, I just got to get more comfortable, more money to trade and trade those minis. And boy, oh boy, I got it. Okay. Let's go anywhere on the chart. Now remember, I'm just showing you how I trade during the day. If you add this to location, oh my God. Watch, let's go anywhere. Okay. What was the worst day we had recently?
What was our last trend down, guys? Does anyone have it?
Oh, look at this. Here's a trend.
Right there.
This looks like an ugly day. This is not my favorite day because I don't like trend down. If you ask me if I lose money, I lose money on trend down because I'm thinking, okay, but let's just see how the market and the waves are like music and we're playing a song, right, Simon?
Agreed.
So here we go. We have supernova, right? I'm in supernova territory and I know that as long as I don't get a POC down here, I'm good, right?
Yep.
Okay. But we're not going to wait all this time. In this case, it was only a half hour, so it's not so much. Oh, look, I've got my favorite algo. Woohoo. Sometimes I just
Can you reiterate it again, your favorite algo, Joyce?
This is my favorite algo. All it needed would be this round divergent bar. It's my favorite algo. I don't know what the hell it means, but I love it.
Okay, so the divergent bar.
Oh, guess what? I was sitting here all day. I would take this. Okay. And most likely, where would I go? I would go from 44 to 58. So I made 14 points, but I'm sitting there. Oh, look here.
Okay, Joyce, I got a question for you. I got an important question for you. Tell us about your mindset. So you take that one and you win, right? But then you get down to like 950.
Simon and I go, woohoo! I love that algo.
Okay, so now let's pretend like you traded. I know you don't trade between 9:50 and 10 o'clock. I'm all right with that. But let's say on your chart, you took that divergent algo at 9:50.
I would take it.
Would you take it?
Fuck you.
Okay, so now step me through.
When it shows up, take it.
Okay, so you took it and you got stopped, right? Tell me about your mindset now. You just got stopped.
Oh, well.
Tell me about your mindset.
All right, let's say I put my.
And Ed wanted to know.
You know
Ed also wanted to know. Hold on, Joyce. Time out. Time out.
Go ahead.
Ed wanted to know if you take all 3 of those divergent algos or just the one and ride the one.
I'm going to take it. I'm going to tell you right now.
Okay. Tell me.
I would take this one even by itself because first of all, we're on a trend down day and I'm sitting here and I got to do something. I got to make some money.
Okay.
Is it the best trade? No. So I've been doing it in micros. Okay. That's simple.
How about the next thing?
Look here. And you can tell we don't have location. Okay. Because as long as I'm not here and I'm not here and I'm in the middle of all this crap, I don't have location. So I'm in micros. Okay. I'm not going to lose big money. It's a trend down day and it's not my day. But look, when I get this into this, let's see if that was a trap.
Just spread it out. We can see.
I have to let me just get a thinner line and see if that was a trap even by a millisecond.
And I have to run over to my house real quick. Joyce, keep explaining. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
I'll keep it clean. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Let me just tell you, people.
However you want it.
See this here? You didn't really trap. To me, would be a little bit more of a dangerous trade. And like you said, I would be in micros because if this trapped, because I don't see it as a trap. If anybody sees it as a trap, I think it's pretty much the same. Does it look the same? Yeah. If it was a trap, I'm in with minis. I would be in with minis. But let's say, even if I took micros, let's say I took 5 micros, I went from 46 to 67, 20 points, right? Was that good enough? Even in micros, 5 account, you make a couple $100, and I'm killing time because I'm waiting for a location. Does that make sense to everybody? Mostly I'm looking, Randy, at I like these, I like the triangle down, and I'm going to go through my trades in 1 minute, and I'll tell you what they are. But let's just say we're just going to do this for another minute, and then I'm getting into it. We're just talking about supernova right now. Okay. And then, but if everybody, when I'm down here and part of my equation ends up, let's erase all our lines. When I see this trap over here, you see that? And I can't tell right now if that's location or, to me, it's a good location. And I got this is a location. Okay. And it also trapped off of this bar, this fractal. So I would get in around 94, 95. And where did I go? Because I'm not a greedy person. I would get in at 94, 95. And where did I go? I went to, hold on. I went to 15, 20 points, right? It's good. But the point is, you're not getting stopped anywhere because I'm taking, my favorite thing is an apex trip. I'm going to get into that in a minute, okay? I'm just starting out with supernova, and you use it with an apex trap, and I really like these round bars. Let's erase everything, go to another, but let's just play this out. Because it's only 10 o'clock in the morning, whatever day this was, 4:28. Okay. Well, let's see if I draw it all in. We're pretty low, right? I would have liked if this came down, hold on, to the IB low and trapped this over here, but it didn't, did it? No. So when I enter here, listen to this, Randy, because I would enter here and I would enter small. If you're going to trade 10, whatever you trade, I start out, even in my micros, I would start out with 2 or 3. And once I saw that it didn't go down, I would add to the moon. Okay. Because I don't want to lose a penny. Everybody get that? Randy, you got that? Because there's no stops for you anymore after this conversation. I don't want to see it in the sites anymore. I'm doing this for you. Randy, you see it? I start small. And then if you do get stopped out because this went down, you didn't lose anything, did you? Not because you're doing, even if you did minis, you don't have to take Simon. Don't tell Simon, but I don't take his 10, 15, 20 point stops. That's too much money. Okay. I wait. I make sure if it's not going in my direction, get the hell out and wait for another trade. And when it goes in your direction, add like hell. Does that sound right? Okay. Everybody got everything so far? Can I go on? Give me a nod in the room and then I'll tell you. Okay. Let's go back. We can go anywhere in the market. We don't care about the market's character at all. Okay. Let's go to, oh, this looks like an interesting day. We'll go over here. Now, this is not using location. This is just trading. Okay, we start at 8:30. I don't trade before 8:30. Okay, so, oh my goodness, when I look at this, I see right away we trapped here, right? And I don't care what time it is. If I got this trap, I'm in. And it trapped this far too, right? I'm in. I don't care that it's 8:33. I would be in. You got that, everybody? No waves, no nothing. I got it. Okay.
Very cool, Joyce. We're listening.
I don't care about Simon's rules. 8:33, okay? Because look, I got a beautiful trap. I didn't even look to see if it's supernova or anything, but I got beautiful algos here. I'm spreading this out. I got a purple. I would like a red triangle down, but I got a pink star, and that algo is trapped with this thing here. It wasn't trapped, okay? Okay, so this was not a trap, but finally over here, and it probably went real fast, and you'd have to be like a road runner, but whoa, look what you got. And that's just off without location, nothing. Okay. I would take that trap right away. Traps are king. Supernova traps are even better than Prince Charles or whatever his name, King Charles. Now here, just looking offhand, here we go again. I would rather have that triangle, but I got a pink bar. And what does this mean? Engulfing? Whatever. Simon likes this thing here. I would take that. 847. And I did pretty good, right?
Yeah, you did very good.
Get in at 51, and I would get out at 79, 81. That's 30 points. And then Simon's time. Let's give Simon the benefit of his 10 minutes. He can have his 10 minutes. Okay. But as you could see here, if you get the trade and it's in his 10 minutes, he doesn't take those trades because it's his 10 minutes and he had a lot of stops. But we got beautiful algos. So if you get a beautiful algo set up, the hell with Simon's 10 minutes. Right?
Okay. There you heard it right from the beautiful woman's mouth. The hell with my rules.
Look at this. Look at this.
Rules.
Look at this. You got a beautiful trap, and it trapped this people too, right? It trapped this star too. So many traps. So where I would get in, let's see over here, about 50, let's say. And where did it end? 80, 89. It's 30 points good for you people? It's good for me. I'm not greedy.
Hey guys, I think we need to vote for Joyce to take the room over. I can retire. I think she's got this down. That's
okay. You ready? Wait, I'm not done yet. We're only in supernova. But guess what? This is just using your apex things. And if you don't have, I'm just trying to tell you guys, 2-bar algos are nothing. 3-bar algos. If I see a good 3-bar algo.
Brian wants to know, where are your targets and how long do you hold?
Just right here. Wait. That's one of my problems, Brian. But look here. See this? If this bar here was over here, instead of that gray bar in between, that is my angel of an algo. And if it had a circle here, that is my kingdom come.
Brian, I can answer that question for you a little bit. Brian, see where she took the long? She can target the opposing apexes on the other side.
I do now. Etta taught me this. I take a target of 10 points and leave a runner. I'm not greedy. But guess what?
Wait. I got to make sure everyone understands something. Joyce,
yeah?
I got to put you on pause for a second. Hold on. Guys, because I haven't been able to go through this with Joyce, I will. But I haven't been able to go through it with her. When you get the setup off the 67 tick on NQ, you should be targeting 20 to 30 on every one of those instead of 10. I'm just telling you.
That's something for Simon to discuss. You're asking me what I do. We're only talking about me today, Simon. I am the queen here.
Sorry.
I am in control.
Please,
so
you are in control.
This algo here, guess what? If I got let's see if I got my 10 points. I would get in somewhere over here. Let's say I got in on the pink bar, okay? And then it went from 58. And then I got into 58, then it went back down to 62. I would probably add, because I know I have beautiful algos. I would probably add there, but 58 to 68 would be here, right? And let's just say I did do my 10 points. I didn't take any of this loss over here, okay? And then, but I don't want to be out so fast. So let's just talk about, hold on. Let's get this in here. I don't want to be, where's my thing? Look at this. I don't want to be, so then we go back to Bill's idea. This is my wave to the low. And I'm going to make that blue. So you know it's a wave. Because blue is water, right, everybody? Okay. So Okay, so let's extend this. Because you look for more than one. If you have more than one way, more than one way of setting up, like, you know, we know so many trades, and Simon said you got to find the trades that work for you. Well, know what your trades are, and if you see more than one trade that is setting up in the same location, you know you got something here. Okay, so look, here's my blue. It went over. Let's see. Did that help me? Not really, because I'm down, I'm over here. So that really didn't help me. I would always look for the last wave. I know it went up here and then it went down, but nah, nothing. But here, so what other trades do I have? We're really not in a supernova, right? And we really didn't have a trap, but I got two good algos here. And if this over here would have been like a really nice, let's just say that these are my fractals. Oh, here, I know what I would do. Simon we had lessons on this. This is my fractals to the low, right? Right, Simon?
Correct.
I got above it with a full bar because I'm Jewish. And I came back to this. If this was, you could take it and stay in your trade. I don't know if I would add, this isn't the best algo, but if you were aggressive and you were in micros, because don't forget, we're only in 830. You don't want to do minis right now. I wouldn't do minis right now because the time isn't ideal. You know, everybody's just getting in. You need a little luck at 830. Correct, Simon?
Correct.
So if this was a good algo, I go in. But you know what? I'm already in. I'm only in micros. So what the hell? And I would add there and go. Because Randy, the idea is, and I focus on Randy because he was interested in what I was saying the other day. I'm not picking on you, Randy. I'm just saying that when you have all these fractals down here and you have gone above them and you've backside tested them, you know, and if this bar was pink, I might even have another dome open and buy some minis. Right, Simon?
Correct. You've got the floor. You know what you're talking about. I have nothing. I have very little.
Did I learn my stuff here?
You did learn. Not only did you learn your stuff, I think it's more important.
Now we're moving through the day.
You're executing your stuff. That's actually more important because you can learn it and not be able to execute it.
Here we go. Look at this.
That's important.
We have our supernova now, right?
Correct.
So now, did this trap? No. Did this trap? Yeah. It might be a shot. I really don't like if I don't have a purple bar here. So I don't know that I would get in on this. Okay. And I don't have a star. It's just an engulfing big deal. It engulfed this bar. It wouldn't mean anything to me. So I really don't think I would take that. I like better algos. Okay. So that algo didn't work for me. Then I look over here. Boy, I trap with my purple and look, I got a green. Next to having this be pink, I got a green. And I would get in, let's say I got that, I don't know what that cross means, but if I got into 55, I got out at 79. So what I make, 24 points? Good enough, right?
I agree.
I would get out because, and I wait for my reset. Okay. And I keep this line here. Now I'm looking, oh, if I could trap, oh, look, I just trapped the lowest fractal. And I trapped it with a star and I trapped it with my circle. I got this over here, this thing here, okay, which when I have the star, I want the price above, correct, Simon? Not the POC. I want the price above, right? And I got that over here. I always keep that down because I got that over here. I would add here. I would be getting in over here. Okay, and I would be adding here. Should I go over that again? I'll do it again. So you
do it again so I can see it.
Am I taking too long?
Nope, you're good. No one's complaining.
Okay. Well,
guess
what? You people, when you make money, remember the poor.
Hey, Joyce, we have a request. Tell us what you would do on April 25th. It was a big down day. So what I think you should share is
April 25th? Okay.
Yeah, look, we get that you know how to make money. You
No.
figure that out.
I'm teaching you what algos so you could see it yourself.
Joyce,
Okay.
you run the show. I'm with you.
All right. You want me to go to April 25th? Okay.
It's hard to believe Joyce ever fought me on any of my ideas, isn't it, guys?
Okay, here we go. Here's April 25th. So, okay, I would start. I'm just now, remember, I don't have my locations or anything. Okay. I see here I got a supernova, right? After we opened up, right? And I got a nice algo here. I might take this and go from 06 to here. And I would only do micros. I would only do micros because it's too high. Okay. It's my setup, but it's only micros because it's really not a good trade. I like my trades. Once I have the supernova, I would want to trap this, or I would want to trap this or this.
And really, in the back of your mind, you're thinking fair pricing and unfair pricing. Like the first thing you're thinking is, so your first decision really is, am I in a location that could really give me a big trade, or am I just in a location where I'm going to scalp out of this thing? Is kind of what you're
you know what? For me, it's not scalping because I can't move fast enough because I'm older than you people. For me, it's micros. And I go, I would do micros in this area over here, if everybody can see, and I do minis down here. Now let's just see where that went at 848. Holy cow. I got it, right?
Yeah, you got paid.
If I got in at 77 and I went to 85, that's 20 points. And don't forget 848, Simon's bad time, I might get out. But then I would not take this because I like a fractal and I would have missed this move. However, see this over here, this beautiful thing over here? I don't know what it means, but I got my round circle and I love it. Did I trap this? I trapped this over here with this. It would be a head and shoulders trap and I would take it. And I would probably still be in my micros because all my trades, if they're down here, I would do my minis. But if they're not at a real complete edge, you know, it depends how aggressive and how much money you got. All right, so you want to see, this is the 24th. That's how I would have started out my day, and I had my two winners. One wasn't so great, but it was okay. All right. Then did I trap this? Yes, I did. That would have been, I don't know that I would take it because this purple bar is over here. I like it next door. And I like the triangle down. This isn't a great algo for me. I like the best apex traps that we could have. And Simon, you can review those with everything.
Okay.
Or I can tell you what they are in a few minutes. If my algos aren't perfect, I don't take them. Oh, here we come. Let's see. Am I still in supernova? Oh. I don't think so because we got the POC under here, right? So we're not in supernova territory anymore, right? So now I would just be trading apex traps or waiting for even a small supernova to set up in this area. You're asking me how I would do the day. Okay. So here I have this to this. Would I take it? No. I don't have my supernova and these aren't beautiful algos. Correct, Simon?
Correct.
This one is a better algo here.
I'd want a divergent bar or a star or one of the two, something like that.
Okay.
Like right there on the right.
But however, I might take this. Would it be a mini or a micro? Is it 915? I don't know. I would really like this bar to be here. I like this pink bar. But now that I see this setting, if this gets trapped, like over here, I would be in long here with minis. So let's see if I was right or wrong.
You get paid. I'd agree. I'd be long there too.
Okay. But I didn't take the others and I didn't take any losses because I was waiting for a nice apex setup. So here we go into it. Then we do waves, we do pink bars, okay. But I want to show you. You have to go over, Simon, I don't use the DVP anymore. We used to have support.
You can use the DVP still. It's just
too much to draw.
A lot of manual work, you know.
If you wait I'm just looking to see where I have my really great Apex. Give me a minute here. My Apex algos. I don't know where they are. But let's see. Just give me 1 minute if I don't find them. I've kind of already told you what I'd like to see my Apex algos. Here they are. Okay. No. Apex. I have to look it up harder. I'm not going to waste all your time. But you can see here, and actually my setups don't have, those are older already. When you see an algo like this, you know you got something here. Once you get over this with a backside test, you're going to the moon again. Okay, right, Simon? Hello?
Once you get over it, you're looking for that. You're just pushing into New York lunch is my only caution there, but yeah.
This is 933 I'm talking about.
Oh, the 933, I agree with the star. That's the trap. I like that a lot.
And you have this pink bar. I really like this red thing to be closer, but once you get over that with price and you backside test it,
and then the 202, that's a star.
And that's also,
Apex,
excuse me, that's also a head and shoulders trap, Apex trap. And I don't know exactly, you have two beautiful divergent bars with this triangle. The triangle is, what does that mean? It means more divergent bars. And I got it, and this round thing was part of a trap.
That thing's beautiful. When you get the bars with the circles on it, you can just see them. They lift all over the place.
But they're better when they trap or a half of the equation. If they're both in the equation, better. But at least half, you got a mini trade. Now, here I got a supernova. Okay, I got my supernova. Oh, and look, I trapped IB low. I would be in here. I like this purple bar, and if you have the purple bar and if it doesn't have the triangle, it has to be the POC over, which I have over here. So I would enter here, which is about 50, right? And I would go to 77. Is that good enough? For me, yes.
I'd agree with all.
You want to tell me how I would do that day? I'm just telling you. It works. It doesn't matter about your day. Okay, here we are.
Okay, so see that right there, that 1043?
Watch this.
I would take the last.
Here you broke your supernova.
Yeah, but I would have taken that star. I would have gotten stopped on it.
I would take this star, and I really like, because it's by the IB low and everything. I would probably get stopped here, and that would be one of my rare stops. But okay, then let's forget about getting stopped, because we want to make money. And if I got stopped, Simon, my stop would be here anyway. So I would be just out the money for my fees. Because like I said before, I would start small. Well, we trapped this. I always start small and add when the trade goes in my direction. And then my stop is not 15, 20 points. And if I see I'm losing money, I get out and wait for a better setup.
Okay.
So that's just me. I made that idea myself. So now we're playing our.
I take that.
Okay. So now we're waiting. Now we have our supernova. Do we trap? I would take this. Now we don't have supernova anymore, correct?
Correct. We're totally done.
So what are you going to do? It's 11:30 lunch, New York lunch. I've probably been gone already because I don't like down days and I don't like New York lunch particularly. But if I was here and I was trading, I would see this. It didn't really trap because it's outside of the trap. Okay. So but in this case, I might do a head and shoulders trap because I trapped this purple and a green. Not the best algo. I would probably do my micros because I'm not happy and it's a trend down day and that's not my day. So I would be on micros and I would probably get in over here with the star. Okay, we trapped over here. So I would use my range bar predictor and get in. Let's say hypothetically you got in at 905. I would definitely be using my range bar predictors and I would make 20 points. Okay. So I'm happy. Let's keep going. Oh, it's going down again. But oh, look, my favorite algos. I'm in. Okay, I would just be in here because these are my favorite. Okay. And then I got this one. Did it trap here?
Looks like it missed.
It did not trap. And let's just say I really love the algo. I might have gotten in over here at 76 and did a quick scalp to 87 because I really love the algo. Did I get my trap? No. So I'm still not doing it. I might just done a couple micros there and just give me a little time, money from my time. Okay. Now I still want to trap this. Ooh, look, this is a difficult day. Remember, this is trend down. I got my thing here. Let's say if I got in at 64, quick scalp to 72. I don't have a purple bar before it, so it's not a great trade. It's looking for a trade. Like you know, Simon would say, sometimes you're just looking, but it's not popping out at you.
So guys, I want to interject something that Joyce is doing that she wouldn't normally do. I know Joyce well enough. Joyce wouldn't be here actually trying to trade it. So she's trying to explain what she would do if she were here. But I know Joyce well enough. She gets her money by 10:30 and she goes to lunch. So just to be clear, she wouldn't be sitting there trying to fight it out. I wouldn't want her sitting there fighting it out.
You told me to show you how I do the day because it was an
No.
I'll tell you what, if it's trend down and I didn't even make my money by 10 o'clock, I wouldn't even play with London close.
Right.
I would go on because I don't like trend down. But you never know, it might reverse. But guess what? I miss a lot of the reversals. But if you've been counting how much I made and how much I lost, I really took a little drop of a loss because I didn't have a big stop, and I saw it wasn't working. I got out, okay. And whether it was micros or minis, I didn't lose $200. I didn't lose $20. I got out, and I'm waiting again because I don't like a trend down day. So here we are again, right? I'm showing you how I do the day. I'm looking to see if this is a location in any way. Okay. I would be looking at my chart. Let's just hypothetically go to 425. Okay, and see where's 425. Where the end is like 12,800, right? Okay. So look at, I'm at 12,838 here, right? I don't have anything to work off here. Is this a supernova? No. Is it? No. I have nothing to work off here. Okay. My algo is good, but I like the purple bar. To me, that means a heavy push down that you're going to get over all the sellers. And I wouldn't be taking that. Do we have a supernova? As long as I don't see a head and shoulders forming here, even without looking at waves, a head and shoulders, a supernova, even without looking at waves, your trades are toast. Correct, Simon?
I agree.
Okay, so, oh, look, supernova. I got a supernova, not much. Look here, I'm in the fourth.
It's the last hour. There's like 0.
I wouldn't be here at that hour, but if you were asking me how I would trade it, I would take this because it has a star, and I would take this, and let's see how we did. Not really too good, but that's not the time of the day to trade anyway. Okay. Does anybody have any questions so far? And that would be a rough day, but I wouldn't experience this rough day because I'd go away. I don't like any trend down. You see a trend down or a trend up day, you're not going to be at your peak. Go enjoy your family. Save your money for the next day. All right.
So guys, we're looking for questions. Do you have any questions? Joyce has done an amazing job.
Now I got to show you my other favorite trade.
Show me your other favorite.
I have another favorite. Just remember, I love these pink stars. And remember, didn't we once do a trade where if we had this pink star and it got above, and then we came back with another pink star, but we didn't here. Okay, that was at a low. We didn't, so that didn't work. There's a couple more trades, which I'll put in some of my cheat sheets and you'll see. But I like this algo here. Okay. Did it trap anything? I don't know. Well, this was already 1 o'clock. I don't even know that I would be here. But hypothetically, it's below the third. Oh, let's just see how this time looks on my 40 tick. Right? What time was that? Wait, 15 tick. What time was that? 1500? Okay. So now let's look at my 40 tick. Oh my goodness. I like that algo. I don't like the time. Okay. Not at all. But did it trap here? It wasn't a great trap. You would just be working on the algos. To me, this means your buyers tried real hard. The sellers overtook. I'm showing you something, right? Tell me if I'm right, Simon. This is my song. The buyers tried real hard. The sellers took it away. Right?
Yep, I agree.
And then you had a pink. I don't know what a pink bar means, but I like them. And when it's paired with a pink thing up, I would do micros because I'm not sure. And I would take this move wherever it went.
I agree.
That's how I would play the day. Play, not play, whatever. And that's my 40 tick, right? But guess what? It came up on my 40 tick, and I got good algos on my 24 tick, my 15 tick, and let's see if my 25 came up. My 24 came up with those algos at 1300. Oh, I got nice algos here too. So I got a chance, but I really would want it to be down here. That's where it is. That's where it is. And the trap. And on my 24 tick, I definitely had my trap. So if you're in location, the idea is look at all the charts. And if you can use the 24 tick, that's the one you want to use. But the 15 will get you going because it's faster. Correct?
Joyce, I think you've done a phenomenal job. Some of the things I've seen that's come across from other members, Ed said that, one of the things is just your mindset alone. You know exactly what you're looking for, which is a huge edge in and of itself. Also, the interesting, I don't necessarily agree or disagree with the fluctuating of contracts, but I do like how you can take your more aggressive entries on lower size and your higher odds, the stuff that's showing up outside the channel with your favorite algos, and then applying more size. I think it's a combination.
No, it's minis versus micros.
Right, but I think what it's doing is accomplishing for you is you're like, look, I know I can take my best trades.
And guess what? If I do 10 micros, that's a mini. So what the hell?
Yeah. So, but the problem with waiting for your best trade is you can get bored waiting for it, right? And I think what you're doing with the micros is you still have a very good odds of getting to your profitability, but
and you know what, Simon? It makes me mad sometimes that I did the micros because I could have had a lot of money. I could have made a lot of money if I was in the minis. But I'm just saying, the idea is for me, and I stick to it, and I'm not going to change. If I'm at a good location because of my profile chart and my unfair pricing chart and if I've trapped up, what do you call it, intraday? Intraday, and I'm at a real good location. You load up, man. Make your money. Take it. Go.
I agree. Guys, does anyone else have any other questions of Joyce? She's done a phenomenal job, both in her own trading and in presentation.
I want to show. I had a page with the. I don't know where it went, with how to show what are. Well, let me just say, it doesn't even matter. Like I said before, when you see a lot. Here's the other thing. I forgot, and then I'm done talking to you people, unless you want more, because I'm all high on talking to you guys. So, okay, but
you graded this
chart that I like is my 15 minutes. Like I told you before. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. If I'm using this 15-minute chart, which I use during the day because it takes a while to get to your great locations. You know what I mean? But if you get to set up, no matter what the time is, from the fractal getting stopped out, even if it's 2, 3, 4 hours, you know you're at a good location. So let's just say on 5/4, we want to look at 1546, right? Okay. Five four at 1546, right? Okay. It makes the day go better. 5/4 at what time? 15. Wait, 3 o'clock, right? Well, that's too late in the day. At 15. Wait a second. What time did I say? 15?
1546 is after the close.
Yeah.
That's all right.
But just hypothetically, you do see
It works. You're correct.
the fractal worked.
And you'll see there you got your star down, triangle up. That'd be Matt T's favorite entry.
Oh, okay. So here we go. Now we're going to get into my last thing that I want you all to be profitable. So I'm going to make you profitable today by showing you. So this is what I do every day. Where's my thing? Where'd it go? Hold on.
You'll find it.
Yeah, I'll find it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay. So every day, everybody take a look at this. This is what I use. Okay, I'll post it for you guys. But this is out of everything I've learned in 250 coaching sessions from Simon, I have gotten rid of what I don't need, and this is what I use every day. So what are my trades? Here we go. I'll show you. Let's go back. What day you want me to do, Simon?
I don't know. Guys, I'm going to throw a date out there.
Okay. Anybody have a date you'd like?
Joyce, your camera's gone funny. Like it's.
No, I know because I took it off to show you that piece of paper.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. All right.
Anyone have a date?
Now,
today. Joyce, do today.
Today? Okay. Let's do today. Let's start at 8:30, okay? Today was a difficult day. And it's like I said, trend down is hard and trend up is hard. Today's Cinco de Mayo. So here we go. Okay. I'm going to make this chart smaller. And I'm going to get rid of my 24-tick chart so that I can show you how I look for my locations. Okay, everybody? Okay. Okay. Here we are, 7:30. I don't trade 7:30. Someone once told me that's when everybody's setting up all their stuff. I don't play with these people. I'm busy setting up my charts. So here we go. Let's go to 8:30, okay, everybody? 8:30. That's when we're going to start. Wherever we are. Okay. Oh, look at this 7:30 stuff. It looks pretty beautiful though, but I don't trade 8:30. So if you traded this, I would definitely do micros or small amounts. But it looks like you had pretty good algos here. But I wouldn't, but we were starting at 8:30, correct? So I got my supernova, right? What where are we? What time?
That's that's 7:30 period. It's really hard to trade. It's non-farm payrolls.
Well, okay, but we're looking today. It looks pretty beautiful, but okay. It's not beautiful. Don't remember, trading against news is a bitch. You got to be good and you got to be prepared to lose, and you only trade micros because I'm not losing to the market. Okay, so my POC 13, what? 040, 050, let's say. My POC was way down there, so I'm not worried about my POC. Wait a second. We didn't start yet. Hold on. Bruce, I'll call you back. I'm in the middle. Okay. Okay. So, okay. Here we are. We got our supernova. We've got to take this out. right? Just looking before getting ready, right? All right, so we got our supernova. And then I would start, is this trapped? No. Is this trapped? Yes. Right?
Correct.
It is touching one of the, it's not.
It's star down, star up, triangle up. That's a good.
Let me finish. Is location great? No. No. Is the time right? No. Am I trading micros? Yes. Because I want to be in, and I don't want to lose any money. Okay. But you could have made a lot of money too. If you're rich, go for it. Okay. So here we go. I have my supernova. Look, I've got this algo, which isn't the greatest, is trapped with, as long as I'm above this POC, right? And that POC happens to be above with a pink bar triangle, I would be in. I would be in at 39. And where did I go? Went to 70, right? Boy, if I would have, let's say I got out at 70, because as soon as I see it going down, I get out. So I got to redo this, right? So let me go back to 8-minute charts, 12/2/38. What time is that? Oh, I don't know. This is not helping me because this was earlier than, okay. So 5/5, hold on. I'm just going to make this bigger for now. So 5/5, I want to be, I got my trap here at 13/100, right? What time did that happen? 13/100, hold on. 13/100. I'm off of my 15. That's what I can't hit. Hold on. Let me just make this a little drop smaller so I could show you. Okay. 13/100. What time is that? 12 o'clock. That's too late. No, I want this one, right? 13/085. So this was 13/100 and trapped with 87, right? So let's see where that is. That would be over here, right? That's a little too early for us, right?
What time is it, Joyce?
This would have been around too early.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to be aggressive, that would have been too early. But
well, it depends. Some people are trading Europe. That's fine.
Let's just say, I really don't have anything to go with here, other than if you get below a bar. But so after 10:30, I'm looking for 12/2/38. Let's just hypothetically do that because I have it open to that time. We're looking at 10:30, right? Come on, move. Am I teaching this right, Simon?
Joyce, you were doing such a good job. But I'm ready to retire in all seriousness and let you run the show.
Watch this. Watch this, people. People, look at this. I trapped. Oh, watch this. It works like a charm.
I'm going to work on Joyce's confidence this weekend with her.
I just trapped at 47 and it went to 74. That's a pretty good start, right?
That's a good start. I agree.
Look at that. Because when you trap these fractals, okay, this one was probably hit. Wait. When we get a fractal like this, 12/2/38, okay, it worked. It worked. Like, you start looking, people. You start looking, and look, it came, and you were in your supernova. However, this was already IB high, so we were already quite up at that time. So, but it got above. It got above my IB, right? And here it backside tested my IB and kept going. Let's see if it kept going. No, it went down. So guess what? If I entered over here, at the very least, I'd get out there. But once I see that I got this triangle down over here, people, I'm out. Okay? Because that means sellers are coming in. And I have this purple bar, means they took out the sellers here, right? They took out the buyers. I'm out. Waiting for my next setup. Where's my next setup? You can go back, you can use my 15-minute, I use this one, or you can use this one. Okay? And let's just say I'm going to be looking at, I'm going to be looking at the low of every candle at the very least to get in. Okay? And you know what? Spread them out. Wait for your bigger wicks. Okay? And I have them imposed on here, but I don't think I know if I have them imposed from there. But I would look for my bigger, right, Simon? You look for your bigger wicks?
100%.
Okay, if it doesn't have a wick, it's part of a move. Okay? But that's why I like the other one, because I have my fractals. But where are we here? 13,240. Did we trap 13,240? At what time was this?
All the longs work today. If you had any kind of decent algo,
this is looking to get in when we're already long. We trapped
right.
13,240 is where on my screen here. 13,240. Hey, right here at 11:30.
Yep.
Right? That's where it is on my other chart. And we trapped that, and I'm going to the moon.
But you'll notice, guys, one of the things that Joyce is doing is she's not thinking about the market. She's thinking about the algo, and it makes a big difference. She's just thinking about the algo, and the algo says this, and then she's discerning between her best trades and her A grade and her B grade trades. And when she gets her A grade trade, she's putting more size on. When she gets her B grade trades, she still wants to be involved. She's lowering her size.
And if my setup comes and I'm still on my micros on my dome, I'll go up to 20 micros.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's
I
two
might pay a little more in fees and maybe not make as much. But if you've watched me, people, I have not lost today, have I? And this was a rough day. But when you're in a trend up, I stick around. Trend down, I'm not here. But trend up, I'm here, and I'm looking for entries, scalping entries, because we're not really at a location. We're way out of the ballpark.
I agree with everything.
Anybody have any questions or anything they want me to say how I would do? And not that I'm God, I'm just trying to help you, everybody. That's why I use, Randy, the 15-minute won't help you. That's why I use the 15-minute with the fractals on. Not just like Simon will just do it off this chart. I don't use this chart. When it's a rough day, I use this one with the algos on it. And if you're in the middle, you're not. It never. Then you've got to be careful. That's all I can tell you. For me, it went to the fractal, and then I went on my chart, and I had an apex trap with a supernova, and I was good. You just don't trade off the 15-minute chart. That just helps you get an idea when we're not when this chart's not helping you, or your POC chart's not, your profile chart's not helping you. 15-minute, just you're sitting here, you're here to make money. You got to do something, right, Simon?
Yeah, sometimes I'll wait for my triangles. Yeah, no, I'll wait for the setups. But you're doing it 100% right, Joyce. And I think you answered a lot of. It's the power bars. It's the blue triangles.
I wait for, and this is because whatever Bill taught me years ago. Bill would write to me, and he would say, and he would write to you, and you would take trades, and Bill would say, no, I am waiting to get over my to the low with an orthodox close and then get above. But then if I were to enter somewhere over here, we're entering too high. We've already missed the move. And that's where that becomes problematic. But let's just say if we're looking over here, let me erase the last. This is my wave to the low. Let's just see how it played out. Uh-oh. This is my wave to the low, right? Let's just see how it played out. Oh, boy. Well, we got over it. It wasn't an orthodox close. It wasn't an orthodox close, but whoo-hoo, Look at my beautiful algos down here. We trapped all this stuff down here on the IB high. I would be in like Flynn.
You did a good job, Joyce. You did a very good job. And I actually think that's a good place to cut it off. Does anyone have any more questions of Joyce? I think she's phenomenal. I'm a big fan. I'm glad we were finally able to get all our technical issues worked out.
Listen, let me just tell you guys something. It doesn't happen overnight. Where's all my charts? It happens. What chart is this? This is my 24. Okay.
I'll show you. She's cutting size. She's still taking the trap. She's cutting size, Sean. I'll show you. We'll talking.
You can replay this, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, and I recorded it. Yes.
15 tick, and this is 15 tick. Okay, so like I said, I used to use I don't know why, but it doesn't give me all when I transpose. What I really like is to have a 15-minute chart with all my POC numbers on it, because then I don't have to look at two charts. But that doesn't work. I miss for some reason. It's just not copying all the numbers. I don't know why. So I have to look at this number.
So guys, what I would summarize with Joyce is this. Okay, her breakthrough came when she took what I taught her, made it her own. She still stayed consistent with her coaching, but she took what I taught her, and she stopped trading when she was tired. When she started stacking up that P&L in the morning and then getting to the end of the week and keeping it, it just made a huge difference. Like all of a sudden,
what time when you make a lot of money in the morning, you don't want to trade and lose a penny back. May as well go away and have some fun.
I agree with that sentiment. So you won't hear me argue on it at all. I think it's a very important sentiment, and I try to get people
to walk away. Even if you're down, walk away, because you'll make it back the next day. And believe me, it took me a long time to come to that.
Once she did it, she was great.
But I'm just telling you that 15-minute chart, okay? I'm going to finish off by showing you exactly what I do. What chart is this one? Okay, watch this, okay? I'm looking at 248. I'm not getting all these times, but I'm looking, and it doesn't matter if it's today or I'm looking at all these times, see? This one I'm going to erase because it's already been, what do you call it? It's been used already. It's not untested. It's not untested.
It's not a virgin.
It's got to be a virgin.
Yes.
You like virgins, guys? Okay, here you go.
Joyce, you're terrible.
I'm not a pedophile, at least. Okay, here we go. So
my gosh.
And you can copy these onto your chart. Let's just say, what chart number is this? 23? Wait. I want to make sure I'm on this chart. Okay. Watch this, everybody. This chart. I'm just going to put 23 on here. Where's all my lines? 238. Okay. Let's see what happened here. So at 324, let's just look. All the lines, okay. 325, 324. We got a setup here. See, everybody? We got our setup. Okay. It helped me. It doesn't mean you just get in over there. It means look. Play the song. See what's happening over there. It happens to be near IB low. Beautiful. Oh, look. It didn't trap the one. Wait, what? This 112. I was looking to stop out this fractal and it didn't. Let's erase that. But oh, look down here. See, it doesn't draw all the lines. Oh, maybe because it's higher up already. Okay, let's look down here. I'm looking at 154. Look at this. 154. Wow, that's my beautiful setup right there. Right? And it trapped this. I'm not crazy about these algos that are right here, everybody. but it's still a trap because I got this. I like this a lot. A lot. I got the pink star up. So I would be in like Flynn over there. Get it? Does everybody understand how I did that?
Makes sense.
And let's see. That was 238. Let's see what happened at 238. It just gives you a good look at 238. Let's draw my line at 238. Okay. See, it doesn't draw all the lines on here. I don't know. Anyway, 238. I'm looking. Did I get it? I have a supernova here. I trapped here to get in, right? And I could have gone here, in here, and I would have made this money here, right? I didn't get trapped over here. And I didn't have a great algo. And it didn't work so good. But then look, oh my God, it finally trapped my 238. And I'm not drawing it exactly, okay? It trapped over here with this. I'm in. Let's see where that one went. Ooh. Bye, boys. I don't have to talk to you guys anymore.
Wow. Nice trade.
Huh? Look.
Nice trade.
But it's just coming to me. I'm not even asking. I'm just saying.
No, it's good, Joyce.
It's not, remember, it's not this chart. Although, because you know what? None of us except Simon know where to draw the lines here. Okay? I'm honest. I don't know. Simon's good at it. He's doing it 30 years. I'm doing it 4 years. But here, I got my ideas. And even if I'm not getting my fractals, I see I got a big wick here. Okay? So I could kind of use it. It didn't take out the fractal? It sometimes I didn't look for the
It took out the higher fractal.
I just used that, Randy, as location, and then I just took the algos. Okay, because you can see anything that happens is spread apart by hours. Okay, I'm looking, that's location. Right, Simon?
I agree.
Okay, I mean that should so here's what I want. So here's the trade list that I have. My first trade is a supernova. My second trade is pink bars. Okay, I love pink bars. So when you get to supernova, you can take, let's make this one big. So my first trade is supernova, and then you take the trap, and then there you go, right? Second trade, right? My next good trade would be, hold on, I want this right here.
I think you're pretty good if you just take the little dots with the white bar on it, the little white circle with the dots on
it. If Simon used to tell me, oh, Joyce, if you just take with the stopped out buyers and get in, it was too high. You just take, no, you just can't take those. Sometimes, yes, you can take them, and most of the time you'll do 80 to 90% great. But when it's part of an equation, you do 100% great. Rarely will that stop you out. And guess what? If I was in and I started over here, people, if I started over here and I took that trade, and let's just say I took it on that round thing, okay? If it came down to back to this, I would be out already because I'd be looking for a trap. Unless I didn't have that much money into it and I had micros, I'd wait for the trap. Traps are better. Algos, supernova, and then the 2 pink bars with triangles up, right? And then when you get the pink bar, and then you have to get the next bar is pink. Oh, see this one over here? This is beautiful over here, right? I would prefer my purple bar to be next door, but my POC is over. I got a pink bar, and I went pretty good, right?
I agree with what you're saying.
So it's supernova, then it's your pink bars, then it's my beautiful, just taking an apex trade. Okay, out of the 4th rail. Not if you're gonna just take 3 algos, it's got to be out of the 4th rail. Okay, you do it anywhere else, you're saying hello to everybody in the market that you're giving them money to pay me.
I think that Joyce has Yeah, and so Joyce, you've done a great job. You've gone almost 2 hours, and I
All right,
think
I'm sorry.
no, you do not.
And don't
apologize.
forget Simon's trade when you have a pink star, and then you got the pink, then you got your first, your pink bar up, and there you go. That's all I got to say.
I think you've done a great job. I think it's pretty clear that people can see why you're making money consistently, and I think you helped a lot of people out today. I really appreciate
I
it.
hope so. If they want,
It's
hold
a
on.
big deal.
But you can see that location is very, very, very important.
You bet. And I'll get this recording process.
And the thing is, people, remember, if you're not sure on the trade and you still got to trade, take a micro, get it out of your system. Use micros. Don't lose any money. Don't pay the big companies that have their electronic computers. Pay yourself.
I agree with everything Joyce is saying. So, anyways, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Joyce, thank you so much.
Okay.
Phenomenal.
I
Great.
hope that I helped somebody.
You helped a lot.
Want someone to make money. Make some money for me. Remember your poor friends when you're making your money.
Ha! Joyce, who lives in Chicago on the riverfront. Remember her. She's
We
struggling.
don't have a river. We have a lake.
A lake, whatever,
Okay.
And don't mess with Chicago women. They're pretty tough, apparently.
Well, guess what? I only live a mile from where Al Capone got murdered.
There you go. Well, you're wonderful. You're a great woman. You really did a lot to help us out
I
today.
hope that I helped anybody. You can just see,
You
if
did.
anything that you want me to ever explain to you or whatever, I'm happy to do it. Whatever you want.
Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap it up. I'll get the recording out. It's a big one, so it'll take a couple hours to process it, and then I'll post it. And guys, if y'all have any other questions, just follow up with me, and I'll do my best to answer them over the weekend. So, anyways, these guys, that was a great day. Let's go and take a little break and enjoy your
And
weekend.
remember, everybody, when Simon tells you the market character changed, well, whatever he did with these algos, they work in all characters.
Well, great.
No, I'm serious. So Simon, we thanks to Simon, the algos work. I don't care about the character of the market. Care more about the location. When you say it's a bad character, I'm walking away. You don't have to. Just wait for your locations, and then you got a home run no matter what you do.
Okay, guys. Well, that's all I get.
But I got to go take my dogs home.
Go take your dogs out. I'll talk to you later, Joyce. Thank you for your time.
How do we close this down?
I got it. I'll take care of ending it. Let me end the recording and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Okay. I'll see you in a little bit. Thanks, guys.
Oh, boy. 283.